Welcome to my next playthrough. Well, just after we lost painfully in the Iron Man, that was FE12, and I do have another video going up for that, by the way. It's going to be a bonus. Probably going to edit it together this weekend. We're playing Sacred Stones, but it's not going to be like the Sacred Stones I did on my first playthrough. So we're going to go to New Game, and we're going to go to Difficult, because this game is pretty easy. I did do a test run of this, but something a little bit different. Let's see what happens. Yes, we already know the story. This won't be a story playthrough, although I am making up a little bit of my own story here. Yeah, the fall of Renais. So this, unfortunately, the cutscene we really can't pay attention to. Because everything looks normal. However... These aren't the normal people. Lyon and Fada, what's going on? Oh yeah, it's reverse recruitment. So, welcome to Sacred Stone's reverse recruitment. I'm excited to do this because, well, I've never actually played one of these. So, this one, as you can tell, has the creature campaign units, like Lyon here. He is a shaman. And he can use heals because, as it turns out, our first healer isn't going to join us for quite a while. So he's going to fill the role. He can't really use that rapier. And his portrait, his sprite in battle is hilarious. And then we have our Jagan, King Fado. He's here, he's alive, he's well. He's going to help us out. I don't know how well a general will do. Paladins are usually better because of movement. So yeah, reverse recruitment. Now I should mention something about this because there's a route split in this game. And we are 100% going Ephraim route because I did Erica in my first playthrough. Because there's a route split, the recruitment order is a bit changed up. So, for example, in Ephraim route, you would get Innis and Slay a little later, and Erica you'd get Null and Deuce later. So it kind of, there's two different patches for this, and I did find these on Renais by someone I believe named Katie posted it. I'll put a link in the description if you want to try it out for yourself. But I'm actually playing the Ephraim recruitment order because of, no, I'm sorry. We're playing Ephraim route, but I'm playing the Erica recruitment order. That's going to be apparent when we reach Loot Spot. She comes in that village in chapter 4, and we'll see someone. She can be two different people depending, and so can the few other following characters. Ephraim, as he joins in chapter 5X. I actually picked the Erica recruitment war because of who spawns as Ephraim. It's actually my favorite unit in the game. So yeah, that should be interesting. Anyway, we have Lyon here. So Erica, after the events of Sacred Stone, she really missed her friend Lyon, her dad, some people that she lost during the war. So she decided to go on a quest for the last Sacred Stone, Dark Stone, whatever. She did the thing Lyon did, made everyone alive again. And it worked. Because Erica is such a pure-hearted maiden, these guys came back to life. However, there was a backfire. And all the evil people of Grotto, including Lyon's dad, came back to life and they're evil again. So we have Lyon, the Wayward Princess of Renais, and you'll see why I call him a princess in a bit. I think I just said he has a female shaman sprite. He's on a quest with King Fado to save Erica. Now, because we have the creature campaign unit, some people will probably not see during this playthrough, because Erica, as it turns out, she became corrupted by the Darkstone. She took her best friends, Seth, Franz, Gilliam, Vanessa, Mulder, Ross, Garcia, and Nimai, all to the tower and the ruins. Sorry, Colm, you got swapped with someone who actually joins in the main playthrough. But yeah, that's the story now. The Princess of Renais will go and find the Princess of Renais, and I am not playing this in slow motion. Right. So let's check out Lyon. He can do some pretty good damage. Yeah, and it turns out he is a female shaman for whatever reason. I have no idea why they didn't just make the male. These sprites are recolored to match the people, but his is not. He has brown hair, but it's maybe problematic because, as anyone knows, female shamans in GBA, well, there's only one of them. They aren't that great. Yeah. Well, Fado's going to just decimate that guy, and since we're going Ephraim route, I really don't care about raising Lyon. He's just going to be a backup healer, or a main healer. And then we get to see the general sword animation, which is only in this game. Kind of like how the Axe Paladin... Yeah, Seth is still here. It's only in FE6 and 7. So unfortunately, one thing I don't like about this is whenever there's like a story, the old portraits kind of show up. But let's just heal Fado, get some experience for you. And yeah. Will you double this guy? No. Actually, that could be a good kill for Lyon, although... I mean, I don't really care to use him, but why not? Let's watch the female shaman in action. I mean, maybe he'll be a little bit useful. When I did play through a test run of this to get to Ephraim's map, he was like the worst unit I had. Because some of these people are pretty busted, and that's helpful at least. Alright, a decent level up for you, Lyon. I think it's called Lyon. No, Lyon is not injured. We're just gonna get right on to Chapter 1. It's a pretty easy one, too. By the way, if you want me to put something behind Daisy, like a graphic of like a cipher art or something, I can do that. Because it's not Iron Man, there's some space to fill. Right. How does our princess? We actually can't see. I think I'm just gonna use Fado. I really don't care to use Lyon at all. Yeah, we'll just leave him, her, there. Princess Lyon does not care for your gender norms or your gender roles. She'll do what she wants, and she looks beautiful doing so. Speaking of which, Fado looks pretty cool. I believe he does normally join as a general, too. So here we have these two. And let me just make sure I'm not mixing them up, since we do start in different order. So we have Franz as the one and only Walter. So Walter's here. It turns out he was a good guy all along, and he's really, really set on saving Princess Erica from the clutches of the ruins. Yeah, he's here. He's Franz's replacement. And we have King Hayden. Now, King Hayden was tired of just sitting on the sidelines. He really didn't do much during the story. I mean, he gave us some gold, I think, and then he just randomly showed up in either the ruins or the tower. He wasn't even dead. I think he's the only character in that mode that isn't dead when you get him. So he kind of got tired of being the ruler, and he wanted to come out here and actually do something in the game. I don't know if I'll use him or not. He's an archer. He did swap places with Gilliam, because he left Gilliam, his best friend, he left in charge of the castle freely until Erica kidnapped Gilliam and left Gilliam... Who does Gilliam replace? In either the tower or the ruin, somewhere, wherever Hayden joins. So yeah, they're here. Now, by the way, we already have Fado promoted, but these two are unpromoted, and normally you are a Wyvern Knight, and you are a Ranger. So what I'm going to do for this playthrough, when I get units like this, and I want to use these guys because you never really get to use them at all, I want to turn them into the opposite. So you would be a Wyvern Lord like Glenn would be, and you, if I do use you, would be a Sniper. So that's kind of the plan whenever we get these units, and there's going to be a lot more. All the tower characters, if you can think of, yeah, they're going to be the opposite, so it should be pretty fun. I think I'd rather train up Walter. He is a flyer, and having a flyer this early on is going to be really fun. I believe we will get a few more. I know there is another tower character. That's a flyer, and I actually like him a little bit better. I think you're going to get hit, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. And then we will get another flyer a bit later in the early game, because she usually doesn't join until very late. By the way, I think I saw a video of an old version of this, and you would get Cyrene and Noel in these places, which kind of makes sense since we have Lyon, but... this one has the tower characters, so pretty fun. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that, but Hayden looks pretty cool. Normally you don't see... He looks like if Innis were unpromoted, that's what he would look like. But it makes sense because he's his son, so... Need to see that. Yeah, these guys are pretty busted. I don't remember Franz. Definitely not Gilliam can double this. Well, they are soldiers, but... When I played through the first 5 chapters, I felt like it was even easier than it normally is. Which I guess is a good or bad thing, I don't know. I don't think these guys have really good growth rate, so it might be harder later on, but for the early game, they seem to be pretty blessed. I definitely don't remember Nehemiah doubling, nor do I remember her being able to one round. And I think the reinforcements should spawn in a little bit. Might have Walter take them on. Of these characters, he's like the one I want to invest in. I think Fado's going to be the only one that's able to handle Brigette, I think this guy's name is. Yeah. Here they are. Alright. You do have axes, so maybe I'll just have... Should have put you on the fort. Let's see if we can get you with the axe. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, but I think after this chapter it'll be enough. The next chapter should be long enough to be its own episode. Yes, it can. Even more broken, although Seth could one-round you too. Interesting that Seth turned out to be King Fado. I mean, Seth and Fado would be very good friends, I imagine. I kind of want to kill all these guys. 6, 5... It's 11. You probably do. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Walter on the throne and call it a day. Yeah, let's just get some experience on people we want to use. Next map, there are some interesting picks, too, that I kind of want to use. I have some very interesting lore for the village of Ide. Okay, Voltar, I think you're our first level, and that wasn't that great, but speed is always nice. Crit rate, kind of scary. Let's go ahead and... Can't really do much to you. Can't double this guy. I feel like we are dancing with death with these things, but I think that guy can only do 15 if he crits, so it's all good. Yeah, and I'm not talking to those houses or anything. Looks like the music's getting a little funky, but I kind of expect that in a patch or a... Yeah, the enemy phase theme is still playing. I have no idea why, but let's just get out of here. We'll sort that out next time. And Walter gets close to another one. But I will see you for the next one.